So due to signal, actually, in lanes, the drivers has to stop the vehicles. Because of that, delay happens. So how to calculate this delay, we will see in this lecture. Okay. So first we will see what is arrival rate, what is departure rate, and all. Let us take this one and assume this is arrival rate. This is departure. Time. Here number of vehicles. Number of vehicles. Okay. These are arrivals. Cumulative number of arrivals. Okay. This is actually cumulative number of arrivals. This is cumulative number of departures. Okay. This is cumulative number of departures. Basically, the times are like this. This is actually red time. In red time, only arrivals will be there, no departure. In signal, red time only arrivals will be there. In green time, basically arrivals as well as departures both will be there. In green time of the cycle, for a given lane, both arrivals as well as departures will be there. Green time. Total together is called cycle length. Cycle length, okay. Cycle length C. Okay. Now let us assume this is theta 1. This is theta 2. So tan theta 1 is arrival rate. That means per second how many vehicles are arriving. Similarly, tan theta 2 is departure rate. Departure rate, okay. So the area between this arrival and departure represents total delay for all vehicles together, okay. The area covered, the hatched area represents total delay. Total delay equal to total delay in seconds equal to the area between arrivals and departure. Suppose here total number of vehicles, cumulative number of arrivals here, total number of vehicles is like this n. Let us assume this is n, capital N. Okay. So total arrival, total arrival is equal to capital N. You can calculate with tan theta into C, right? Tan theta 1 into C, that is equal to arrival rate into cycle length. This is the total arrivals. So average delay you can work out. Average delay. Total delay by total arrivals. N is the average delay. And one more thing here. Saturation flow rate. Saturation flow rate is nothing but here departure rate. So the rate of departure, okay, departure rate is nothing but tan theta 2, that is departure rate. Departure rate, because we know in the queue number of vehicles will be available is plenty. Obviously, with maximum number the vehicles can go through the signal. Obviously, that rate, that departure rate would be the saturation flow rate here. Okay, so they're just departure rate is saturation flow rate. So by using this kind of this one, I mean formulas, you can calculate total delay, average delay, saturation flow rate. Okay, and now the same thing can be interpreted in another way with Q length versus time. Q versus time. So I'll explain you here itself. Q versus time. What happens here? See here. Q is nothing but the height between arrivals and departure. See, up to red time, Q length, Q of the vehicles will be increasing, keep on increasing. As soon as signal turns green, what happens? The departure rate is more than arrival rate. Obviously, Q decreases and finally Q become 0. That means if you draw a plot Q versus time, Q versus time, Q increases from here to here up to red. Q increases, then afterwards what happens? Q decreases like this, right? So like this, Q length. Okay, in Q versus time graph, obviously this is theta 1. Theta 1.
Hello. Hello.
So Q is Q means the number of vehicles accumulated. Okay, that is Q. So Q increases up to red time. After green time, as soon as green turns, then Q length decreases. See, that height represents Q actually. See, suppose here, suppose this height is Q here, and suppose here Q means this height. Okay, see height. This is the height represent height between this arrival and departure line gives you Q actually. Up to red time, Q is nothing but arrival line and the difference between arrival and horizontal line. That is Q up to red time. So in green time, Q is nothing but the difference between arrival and departure rate. Okay, that height difference. Okay, that is Q actually. This is Q. This is Q here. Okay, you understood? Q increases up to red time, then decreases and goes to 0. Okay. Then, so what is this slope represents? That means this slope represents what? I'll explain you. what is this slope actually? Suppose this is alpha. What that alpha represents? Can you guess? See, the departure rate is here, Q length is decreasing. That means this one alpha is nothing but tan theta 1 minus or tan alpha equal to here. Suppose this is alpha. Tan alpha represents, is it tan theta 1 minus tan theta 2? Check it. Can you prove that? Suppose here this Q length is actually, let us assume this length is x here. Suppose this length is x here. Suppose this is O A B. What is AB? Suppose here the Q length here is exactly here. This is ABC. So this is actually BC. This length is, it is BC actually. Q length is BC, right? Okay. Now tan theta 1, you know, BC equal to, from above this one, BC equal to AB minus AC, right? AB minus AC. What is AB? AB is x tan theta 1. X tan theta 1 minus AC is what? AC is 1 second. X into tan theta 1. That slopes. How to prove that alpha? Q length versus time. We're talking about. Otherwise, this is and all not required. I will explain you in another way. See here, what is Q here? Q equal to green time. Q in green time or Q in red time. Q in red time is nothing but Q in red time is nothing but cumulative number of arrivals. Cumulative number of arrivals is nothing but Q in red time. What about Q in green time? Q in green time equal to cumulative number of arrivals minus cumulative number of departures. That is Q in green time. Okay. So you can apply this formula. Q in green time equal to cumulative number of arrivals minus cumulative number of departures. Then in this case, actually, this cycle length is this one. This is anyway cycle length. The area exactly here, this area under this Q length versus this one gives you total delay. Okay. From this graph also you can work out total delay. total delay equal to area under the curve. Area under the Q versus time curve. Okay. Here in Q length versus time curve, how to find total number of vehicles? Total arrivals here. Total arrivals n equal to here. Same arrival rate multiplied by cycle length. Arrival rate multiplied by cycle length. Okay. So then average delay formula same. Total delay by n. Okay. So they can give either number of vehicles versus time curve or Q versus time curve. Okay. In either case, you can find average delay, saturation flow rate and all. Okay. Here, suppose from Q versus time curve, how to find departure rate? How to find departure rate here? In Q versus time curve, arrival rate is theta 1. Okay. How to find theta 2 here? Theta 2. See, this is theta 2 here. This is theta 2. Okay. This angle is theta 2. Suppose this is something, suppose this is alpha, this angle is alpha, then what is theta 2 then? Theta 2 is nothing but see here, this angle you know theta 1, right? This angle is alpha, then theta 2 is nothing but theta 2 is nothing but theta 1 plus alpha, right? See, this is theta 1 with respect to horizontal. See, this is here alpha means here also this is alpha. Clear అందరికి theta 1 alpha కలిపితే మీకు theta 2 వస్తుంది అన్నమాట. Theta 2 is nothing but departure rate. So from Q versus time also you can find departure rate also. Okay. What is departure rate? What is arrival rate and all you should able to find it out. Okay. Clear అందరికి? శ్రీనివాస్ ఎక్కడైనా డౌట్ ఉందా? ఆల్ఫా theta 1 theta 2 theta 2 is departure.
Yes, sir, clear.
దీపిక క్లియర్ అమ్మా? theta 2 is departure rate.
Yes, sir.
Tan theta 2. Okay. Tan theta 2 is departure rate. Josna?
Clear, sir.
Okay. See, sometimes it may be like this. course, this is red time. This is green time. Cycle length is this one. Cycle length, okay. Cumulative number of arrivals. Cumulative number of arrivals. This is cumulative number of departures. Cumulative number of departures. And this is total number, total arrivals, n. This is n. Okay. So obviously now, what is theta 1, what is theta 2? We will mark arrival rate, departure rate. Okay. So in this case, tan theta 1, arrival rate, tan theta 2, departure rate. Okay. Now, how to find total delay? Total delay, again, same concept. The area. This area represents total delay. What is the difference with previous one here? See, arrival curve, departure curve is meeting before the cycle length itself. That means what it happens? Q is dissipating before Q itself, okay? A cycle length itself. Q is dissipating here. This is cycle length actually. See, before cycle length itself, Q is dissipating. That means all vehicles went away before cycle length completes. Okay, then freely whatever vehicle comes to the signal, it goes freely without any queue. That's why here you can see after intersection point, the slope is arrival rate. Okay, so the departure and arrival both are same only. See, after intersection point, departure, what happens here? Departure also will be there, but what slope? With what slope? Same as that, right? Can you guess? Can you understood that? Can you understand that? See here, cumulative departure. What happens here? Cumulative departure slope is somewhat more. Theta 2 is more. But after that intersection point, departure, what happens? Departure will be exactly equal to the arrival. Okay? Srinivas, అర్థమైంది అక్కడ కర్వ్ అది కనిపిస్తుందా మీకు డిఫరెన్స్ అది?
Yes sir, అర్థమైంది.
ఆ రెండు కలర్లు కనిపిస్తున్నాయి కదా?
Yes sir.
అరైవల్ డిపార్చర్ రెండు సేమ్ ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. నీకు ఇంకా వచ్చిన వెహికల్ వచ్చినట్టు వెళ్ళిపోతుంటది అనమాట. ఎక్కడ నిలబడదు, ఇంకా క్యూ లేదు అనమాట. చూడండి, క్యూ చూస్తే మీకు ఇక్కడ 0 ఉంటుంది అనమాట. క్యూ లెంత్. దిస్ ఇస్ క్యూ వర్సెస్ టైం గ్రాఫ్. ఓకే ఓకే ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ కూడా మీరు సేమ్ టోటల్ డిలే హియర్ ఇస్ area under arrival and departure curves. See, after intersection point, arrival and departures are both are same. That means no delay occurs after intersection point. Okay. Now, how to find this area? How to find this area? Basically, So you need to identify the intersection point. Then you need to find that n value involving here. Now in this case, let us assume this is n dash. N dash, okay. If that is n dash and this time is c dash, suppose. Suppose this time, I mean q length, wherever q is there, that is, suppose let us assume it is c dash, okay. Now total delay can be half into base how much? Of course, c dash is not required for us. Half into red time r, okay. R into height is n dash, right? That is the area of the triangle, right? Half into base into height. Base is red r. Half into base into n dash. How to calculate n dash? Where n dash equal to c dash into tan theta 1. Tan theta 1 into c dash. C dash means up to intersection point only. That is total delay. Okay. Then what is average delay? Average delay equal to total delay by what? Total delay by? Tell me. Average delay of that cycle. Total delay by? Cheppandi, Kalyani.
Total arrival, sir.
Total arrival, that means n, okay, not n dash, okay. So for some vehicles we don't have any delay. Still, by averaging, we need to take all count, okay. So that means total n, total delay divided by total n is the average delay here, okay. Suppose if you have Q versus timeline, Q versus timeline, then how to calculate all these things? You know theta 1 not a problem. Of course, intersection point and all you should be able to find out, okay. Here also same. Suppose this is alpha, this one theta 2 equal to theta 1 plus alpha, theta 2 Dirac rate you can work out. So based on some geometry, you should be able to solve all those problems, okay. So similarly here also same. The total delay is like this, area under this curve. Okay, that curve, area under that curve. So in this total delay equal to, so again c dash, okay, half into base is here, c dash, right? Height is what? Height, how to get height here? Here height will be this height will be how much? See, red into tan theta 1, right? This height is basically this theta 1 into red, up to here red height, okay. R into tan theta 1 is the height. So half into base is c dash. You know this is c dash. Again I will draw here also. This is c dash. Half into c dash into r tan theta 1. R tan theta 1. Okay, okay na ఇది సరిపోతుందా? Half into c dash, base is c dash and the height is r tan theta 1. If you substitute here this one, half into r into n dash is tan theta 1 into c dash. So both are same, okay, total delay. If I mean from q versus time graph, how to get total number of vehicles n equal to arrival rate into cycle length, right? Arrival rate multiplied by cycle length c, that is tan theta 1 into c is the n value. So previously also n same, right? Here also same n equal to, where n equal to tan theta 1 into c cycle length. And one more thing here, saturation flow rate. Saturation flow rate is nothing but departure rate, that is tan theta 2. That equal to tan theta 2 is nothing but tan of theta 1 plus alpha. Okay, like that. So based on this, we can solve some problems. So first, you see the 371 problem from the material. So here given the cumulative arrival and departure curve of one cycle of an approach lane of a signalized intersection is shown in the adjoining figure. The cycle time is 50 seconds and the effective red time is 30 seconds and the effective green time is 20 seconds. What is the average delay? He is asking average delay given like this. Like this, okay? Here this 0, 30 seconds, 50 seconds. This is the cycle length. See, this is the red time, 30 seconds. Arrival rate here 40 vehicles arrived, okay? Here 40 given. So then total delay is from this graph, total delay is this is arrival, this is departure, right? So total delay is this one. Total delay equal to half into base 30 into height 40. That equal to how much? 600. So given thing is seconds, right? Seconds only, okay? 600 seconds is the total delay. Number of vehicles in cycle equal to 40, that height, okay? Average delay equal to 600 by 40, that equal to 15 seconds is the average delay. That is 371 problem. This is I think 2006 or 7 gate bit, okay? Next. See this problem 370. Problem number 370. Given like this. This is the cycle length, 96 seconds, okay? Q is there only up to 90 seconds. Red line, this is red, 0, okay? So red time is up to 60 seconds, 60 to 96 is green time, but by 90 seconds itself, Q dissipated, okay? The height of this Q is given as 10 vehicles here, okay? Q versus time. This is the problem. So what is the arrival rate? Theta 1. Tan theta 1 equal to arrival rate. So tan theta 1 is 10 by 60. That is 1 by 6. 1 by 6 vehicle per second. Okay. Vehicles per second. Similarly, what is this alpha? Alpha, tan alpha equal to height 10 by width is 30. That equal to 1 by 3. So vehicles per second. Okay. Then what is this theta 2? Tan theta 2. Tan theta 2 is nothing but tan theta 1 plus tan alpha. That equal to 1 by 6 plus 1 by 3. That is 6, 1 plus 2. That is 3 by 6, 1 by 2. 1 by 2 vehicles per second. So departure rate is departure rate is 1 by 2 vehicles per second, which is equal to per hour means 1 by 2 into 3600. That equal to 1800 vehicles per hour. This is indirectly saturation flow rate. Saturation flow rate is 1800 vehicles per second. Okay. So how to find average delay? Here, total delay how much? Total delay equal to half into 90 into 10. That equal to how much? 450 seconds. Okay. So total number of vehicles, total arrivals in cycle. That is arrival rate tan theta 1 into C. Tan theta 1 is, what is the tan theta 1? 1 by 6. See how much? 96 seconds. So 16 vehicles are coming. Okay. 16 vehicles are coming in this one. N. This is capital N. So average delay equal to total delay of 450 by 16, which is equal to 28.125 seconds. That is the average delay. What else you want? Vehicle arrival rate per hour also you can find out. Okay, arrival rate. This is nothing but arrival rate, right? Tan theta 1 is arrival rate. See, 1 by 6 per vehicles per second. Per hour, if you want into 3600, that is 600 vehicles per hour. Okay. Arrival rate is, see, in this in the problem given is vehicle arrival rate at uniform rate V. V is 600. Okay. So stop delay per vehicle is how much? 28.125. Saturation flow rate is 1800. So now see the options. First option, arrival rate 600, stop delay 30 seconds. So which is wrong here? Stop delay wrong actually, not 30. Second option, S is 1800, saturation flow rate is 1800, correct only. Stop delay 28.125, correct only. Third option, V 600, correct only, but stop delay 45 seconds, that is wrong. Option D, saturation flow rate 1200, which is not correct. And stop delay 28.125, that is correct. Okay. So both correct answers are there in option B. Clear? అర్థమైందా మీకు? ఏ పార్ట్ అర్థం కాలేదు చెప్పండి. మీరు గుర్తుంచుకోవాల్సింది చాలా కొన్ని విషయాలే ఇక్కడ. టోటల్ డిలే ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి, అరైవల్ ఏంటి, డిపార్చర్ ఏంటి, టోటల్ అరైవల్స్ ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి. టోటల్ అరైవల్స్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా tan theta 1 into C అన్నమాట. ట్వంటీ గేట్ లో వచ్చింది ఇది ప్రాబ్లము. దీని మీద వచ్చేట ఐడియా ఉంది. 20 గేట్ లో రాలేదా? ఓకే. రాలేదమ్మ 372 చదవండి ప్రాబ్లం. Traffic accident caused decreased road capacity. Vehicles travel through the area of traffic accident. After 80 minutes, the road capacity is not decreased anymore. We analyze the time period related to the decreased road capacity, 80 minutes. After analyzing the statistical data, it has been concluded that both arrival and service rates were deterministic. Service rate and departure rate. Service rate is constant. Arrival rate varies over time. The arrival and departures services provides are represented respectively equal to lambda t equal to 20 minus t by 4 and mu of t equal to 10. That is constant. Where t is in minutes after beginning the observation of queuing system. Cumulative number of arrivals a of t and cumulative number of departures d of t are respectively 20t minus t square by 8. Then integrate చేశాడు అన్నమాట. And 10t. Find the total delay, average delay and maximum queue length. Okay. సో మీరు తీసుకున్నట్టయితే దాని కర్వ్ డ్రా చేసినట్టయితే 372 కీర్తి అర్థమైందమ్మా ఇది ప్రాబ్లము. అరైవల్ రేట్ ఏమన్నాడు? పారాబోలిక్ గా ఉందన్నమాట అరైవల్ రేట్. డిపార్చర్ రేట్ ఏమో 10t లీనియర్ గా ఉందన్నమాట. ఇది ఎక్కడ కూడా మనకు సిగ్నల్ లాంటిది ఏం లేదు కాబట్టి ఒక చిన్న డిస్టర్బెన్స్ వల్ల యాక్సిడెంట్ వల్ల వచ్చినటువంటి ప్రాబ్లం కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ అరైవల్ డిపార్చర్ రెండు ఇలా వచ్చి మనకి ఇంటర్సెక్ట్ అయిపోతుంది అక్కడ. ఓకే, ఒకటేమో అరైవల్ రేటు, క్యుములేటివ్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ అరైవల్స్, ఇవి డిపార్చర్స్ అన్నమాట. ఈ డిస్టర్బెన్స్ ఎంత వరకు ఉంది? 80 minutes అని చెప్తున్నాడు అనమాట. మీకు కాన్సెప్ట్ క్లియర్ గా ఉంటే దిస్ ఈజ్ టైం యాక్చువల్లీ. టైం ఇన్ మినిట్స్ 80 minutes. ఈ కర్వ్ ఈక్వేషన్ ఏంటి? అరైవల్ ఏ ఆఫ్ టీ ఈక్వేషన్ ఏమో 20t minus t square by 8. డిపార్చర్ కర్వ్ ఈక్వేషన్ ఏమో 10t. ఓకే, అవి రెండు t0 దగ్గర ఏమవుతుంది చూడండి. t0 దగ్గర 0, t80 దగ్గర ఏమవుతుంది? అటు t equal to 80, a of 80 how much? 20 into 80 minus 80 square by 8. How much it is? 1600 minus 800. 800 అవుతుందా?
800.
ఇది d of 80 10 into 80 800. సో మీట్ అయినాయి కదా 80 దగ్గర కరెక్ట్ గా. సో వాట్ ఈస్ టోటల్ డిలే ఏరియా అండర్ దిస్ కర్వ్? సో లెట్స్ అస్యూమ్ దిస్ ఈస్ dt. a of t minus a of t is more than d of t. So a of t minus d of t is the height into dt integral from 0 to 80. This is the total delay. Area under that curve. Okay, area between those curves, that is 0 to 80. A of t 20t minus t square by 8 minus 10t dt. If you integrate this, you will get how much? Tell me the answer. So total arrivals you can get here already 800. Okay, 800 vehicles. Total delay. Yes. Twenty-two minus 10t ఎంత? 20t minus 10t 10t 10 t square by 2 minus t square by 8 means t cube by 3, 24, 0 to 80, which is equal to 5t square, 5 into 80 square minus t cube, 80 cube by 24. How much? Total delay? 5 into 80 square minus 80 cube
10,057.
by 24. 10,000?
667.
7. Okay. Minutes. Given in minutes. So that is the total delay. Okay. Total number of vehicles, you know. Total number of arrivals, 800. Average delay? $10,667 by 800 equal to
13.33.
around 13.33 minutes is the average delay. One more thing is asking what is the maximum queue length. So queue length is difference, I mean height between arrival and departure, right? So q of t equal to arrival minus a of t minus d of t. That height is the queue length actually. Height between arrival and departure is queue length. That is 20t minus t square by 8 minus 10t, which is equal to 10t minus t square by 8 is the q of t. When it will get maximum? So dq by dt equal to 0 for q max, maximum q length. Okay, that is 10 minus t cube by differentiation. Sorry, 10 minus 2t by 8, t by 4 equal to 0. From this, t equal to
40.
5 seconds. So maximum q length equal to q max equal to 10 into 40 minus 40 square by 8. 10 into 40 minus 40 square by 8. 200 is the maximum q length. 200 vehicles is the maximum q length. So maximum q length is nothing but the height between arrival and departure. So that already we have discussed, right? Q is what here? Somewhere we have written Q. Q. I think previous slide we have written. That is missed. Q is nothing but up to red time. Here Q is nothing but arrival only. In green time, Q is nothing but arrival height minus cumulative number of arrivals minus cumulative number of departures, right? So that is the Q actually. So using that concept, you can find maximum Q length, everything. Okay. Now you will see one more thing. The problem number. Morning at 4:15 any toll booth problem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See this toll booth problem 415. A toll booth on Turnkey opens 8 a.m. and works up to 12 midnight. Vehicle starts 7:45 itself. Okay, that will drop arrival rate. $7:45 and uniform deterministic rate 6 per minute until 8:15, and from then 2 per minute. That means up to 8:15, 7:45 times, I will write here 7:45, 8 o'clock, 8:15, 9 o'clock, like that. Okay. Now, what is arrival rate up to 8:15? 6 per minute. 6 per minute up to 8:15. Okay. Arrival rate. Rate is 6 per minute. So 7:45 to 8:15, how many minutes? How many?
30 minutes.
30 minutes means how many vehicles will arrive?
180.
180 vehicles will arrive, right? 180 vehicles will arrive. This is arrival rate, okay. Then what happens at arrival rate? Afterwards, 2 per minute, right? 2 per minute. That means slope decreases, right? From there onwards, slope decreases. Like this slope will be there, okay? So here, theta 1 means tan theta 1 equals 6. Here, theta 2 means tan theta 2 equal 2 only, okay? Now this is tan theta 2 is 2 only. Then processing speed, I mean processing rate. Toll booth start from 8 a.m. onwards. So if vehicles are processed at a uniform determination rate of 6 per minute, so departure rate is 6 per minute from 8 p.m. onwards, 8 a.m. onwards, okay? That means departure rate is from here onwards. Like this, right? Parallel to that, 6, because the theta is here, 6 only. See, departure rate here, something, this alpha something, or theta 3, if you put, let us assume theta 3. Tan theta 3 represents processing rate or departure rate. Okay. Then when Q will dissipate, wherever you get the intersection point, there you will get the Q will be dissipated, right? Q will be dissipated at intersection of those arrival and this is arrival. Arrival. This is also arrival. This is departure. Okay. So now, see here, what is the maximum Q here? In 15 minutes, 8 to 8:15. How many vehicles depart? Departure rate is 6. In 15 minutes. See, tan theta 3 also 6 actually. So every minute, 6 vehicles will be disposed. In 15 minutes, how many vehicles will be disposed? 90 vehicles will be
90.
disposed. Okay. This height is 90. Obviously, this height will be this height. This height will be also 90 because total 180. Then what is the area under this curve? I mean area. We need to find the area, and here also we'll find. So can you find this is tan theta 2 is 2. So where they will I mean meet? Can you find that? Where they will meet? Let us assume this is time. This width is t. T minutes. T minutes. Then this height would be. This height would be how much? Tan theta to 2. So this height is 2t,
2t.
right? This height is 2t. And from here onwards, if you see this one, this height also you can work out because the departure rate, you know, that is 6. This height will be departure rate into 60, na? 6 into t, right?
60.
60. So this height is what? 90. So what is this here? 90 plus 2t equal to 60 or 90 equal to 40 or t equal to 22.5 minutes, right? 22.5 minutes. That means where Q dissipates means 8:15 plus 22.5. 8:37 half, right? 8:37 and a half minute. 8:37 and a half minutes Q will be dissipated. Okay. Now we need to, that means this T equal to 22 and a half minute. Okay. Now we need to find total delay. He's asking determine when the Q will dissipate. Of course, 8:37 and a half. Total delay. Total delay finding. Okay. It is very simple. Total delay is this one. This is the total delay. Can you work out the total delay? How can you find that area? Use triangles and rectangles. Total delay equal to, see here, suppose O, A, B, C. Okay. Then D, E. Okay. See here, find first OAB area minus, let us assume this is E. EAC area plus let us assume F. Okay. CDFB plus BFE minus CDE. And then what is OAB? OAB area. OAB area. Width is how much? Half into width is 30 minutes. Height is 180. EAC area. Half into width is 15 minutes. Height is 90. CDFB. Width is 22 and a half minutes. Height is 90. Rectangle. Plus BFE. BFE area half into 22.5. Height is 2T. 2T. T is so 45. 2T means. Minus CDE area. CDE half into CD 22.5 into, that is height is 60. 60 means 6 times of 22.5. How much? 135. 135. Which is equal to how much? Total delay. Srinivas? Just Naras, Srinivas?
Yes, sir. 3037.5.
3037.5 minutes is the total delay. Then what is the average delay? Before that, what is the total number of vehicles? Total arrivals, how much? Total arrivals equal to 180 plus up to 815 180 plus after that 2T. 2T is how much? 45. 225 is the height, right?
225.
So average delay. (3037.5 by 225) equal to
13.5.
13.5.
5.
That is the average delay. Then longest queue. longest queue, by seeing the figure you can work out. Okay, it is height, it increases up to this one and afterwards constant height 90, then decreases. So longest queue is 90 vehicles. 90 vehicles like this. Okay, so clear kada, inge doubt lem levu kada indlo. Kalyani clear kadamma?
Yes, sir.
See, what is in way peak hour factor? It's very important for gate. PHF, peak hour factor. See, peak hour factor actually sometimes while designing the signals or some facilities on the road, so hourly traffic we will take, right? See, hourly traffic if you take, within the hour fluctuations may be there. So within the hour to take care of the fluctuations. So suppose average you will consider actually in hourly volume. I will explain you. Suppose in within the hour, on peak hour if you consider, suppose 8:30 to 9:30 peak hour. Suppose peak hour is 8:30, 8:45, 9 o'clock, 9:15, 9:30. Within the peak hour, flow suppose like this. Flow versus time. Some fluctuations are there like this. So something like this, some fluctuations are there. Suppose here in 15 minutes, 40 vehicles arrived. Here 85 vehicles arrived. Here 70 vehicles arrived. Here 30 vehicles arrived. Okay. So what is the average flow per hour? Average peak hour flow equal to 40 plus 85 plus 70 plus 30 equal to how much?
225.
Huh?
225, sir.
225 vehicles per hour is the average peak hour flow. But so average peak hour flow is 225 vehicles per hour. So 225 vehicles per hour means for 15 minutes how many? Average 15 minutes flow equal to 225 by 4, right? That is how much?
56.25.
225 by 4. 56.25
25.
vehicles per 15 minutes. That means if you design the facilities for 56.25, it cannot be accommodated 8:45 to 9:15, right? Because 85 vehicles are coming in that 15 minutes. 9 to 9:15, 70 vehicles are coming. So 85 and 70 is more than 56.25. That's why we need to divide this average flow with some factor to get the maximum one. See, peak hour factor is defined as now. PHF is defined as peak hour flow divided by peak hour flow divided by 4 times of peak 15 minutes flow. That equal to peak hour flow is here, suppose 225 by 4 into peak 15 minutes is 85 peak, okay, which is equal to how much?
0.66.
0.66 is the peak hour flow. What is the use of peak hour flow means? Suppose if you know this 56.25, okay, 56.25 divided by 0.66, you will get 85. That is the advantage of that. That means dividing with peak hour factor, you will increase the design flow. Okay, design flow can be increased. That is the advantage here. Hourly means 225 divided by 0.66 you will put. Okay, design flow. So design flow equal to average flow divided by peak hour factor. That is the I mean, in design we need to divide the average flow with peak hour factor to get the design flow. Okay, so to find the peak hour factor, formula is peak hour flow divided by 4 times of peak 15 minutes flow. Clear ఇక్కడ వరకు? Peak hour flow is nothing but peak hour factor is nothing but peak hour flow divided by 4 into peak 15 minutes flow. So what is the possible minimum and maximum values of peak hour factor? Maximum peak hour factor when you will get. Maximum peak hour factor when you will get. It occurs when flow is uniform. Flow is uniform, then you will get maximum value. That means flow is uniform like this. Suppose 0 to 15 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, 45 to 60 minutes. Time in minutes. This is flow. Suppose this is X vehicles here, X vehicles here, X vehicles here, X vehicles here. So peak hour factor is how much here now? Peak hour flow how much? 4x. 4 into 15 minutes flow is how much? X. That equal to 1 is the maximum peak hour factor. Maximum peak hour factor is 1. It occurs when flow is uniform. So minimum peak hour factor is how much? Minimum peak hour factor. It occurs when flow is there only for 15 minutes and rest 45 minutes no flow. That means it will be like this: 0, then only flow 15 minutes, then 0, then 0, 0, 15, 30, 45, 60 X vehicles. Okay, now peak hour factor is here. Total vehicles are X only by 4 into peak 15 minutes flow X, that equal to 0.25. So minimum value is 0.25, maximum value is 1. Clear up peak hour factor kanukodam? Srinivas?
Yes, sir.
See, peak hour factor can be determined based on either 15 minutes or 5 minutes also sometimes. Okay, now tell me, find the minimum peak hour factor based on 5 minutes concept, 5 minutes peak hour flow. So instead of 15, we have taken 5 minutes here. Okay, now, so 15 minutes means in 1 hour, how many 15 minutes are there? 4 15 minutes. So that's why 1 by 4, that is 0.25. Here, minimum peak hour factor is X by not 4 here now, that is 12, right? 12 into peak 15 minutes, X, that is 1 by 12. 1 by 12 is the minimum peak hour factor for 5 minutes peak hour factor. So peak hour factor can be either based on 5 minutes or 15 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever. Generally, okay? Clear అందరికి? 4 ఎందుకు పెట్టాం ఇక్కడ ఇంతకు ముందు ఫార్ములాలో? 4 ఎందుకు పెట్టాం ఇక్కడ? అవర్ లో 4 ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి 15 మినిట్స్. అందువల్ల ఇక్కడ 5 మినిట్స్ ఎన్ని ఉంటాయి? అవర్ లో 12 ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి 12 పెట్టాం ఇక్కడ. Suppose flow is like that, time and flow. Suppose 7 at 7 o'clock, 7 to 7:15. Flow 60 vehicles. 7:15 to 7:30, 80 vehicles. 7:30 to 7:45, 120 vehicles. 7:45 to 8 o'clock, 100 vehicles. 8 to 8:15, 125 vehicles. 8:15 to 8:30, 110 vehicles. Okay. 8:30 to 8:45, 60 vehicles. 8:40 to 9, 50 vehicles. Okay. Now find 15-minute peak hour factor. Okay, that's the question. So first of all, we need to find a peak hour. We need to identify the peak hour. So how many possible peak hours are there here? Suppose 7 to 8 o'clock. What is the flow here? And 7:15 to 8:15, what is the flow? 7:30 to 8:30, what is the flow? 7:45 to 8:45, what is the flow? 8 to 9, what is the flow? Tell me the sum of 60, 80, 120, 100.
Three 60.
360.
360, sir.
360. Next.
425.
425.
425. Then
535. 35.
535. Then
395, sir.
then
345.
345.
then peak hour factor is
Divide.
what is the maximum? 535
535.
divided by 4 into, in that 4, 535, what is the maximum one? Out of this 4,
125.
125 is the maximum one. Equal to what is the peak hour factor?
1.07.
0.91.
No, it must be less than 1 always.
0.91. This is
450.
Something wrong.
That is not 535, sir.
Then
455.
455, right?
455.
455. Now peak hour factor is
0.91.
point
91.
91. Okay, that is the peak hour factor. So we need to identify the peak hour. Then after identifying the peak hour, so the peak hour flow divided by 4 into peak 15 minutes flow will be the peak hour factor. Clear అందరికి peak hour factor అంటే?
Yes, sir.
Okay.